Hello, entrepreneurs. Welcome to another episode of Entrepreneur Fundamentals. My name is Robert Bitto. Today we're going to talk a little bit about those little time wasters and how they can eat away at your day and what to do with them. Now, in another video, I advocated making a list because once you make a list, you can control your day instead of your day controlling you. And that's the broader thing that I'd like to say is you have to control your time or your time will control you. Same thing basically. We have a lot of little distractions in our lives these days. All of us carry the equivalent of the Library of Alexandria in our back pockets. You can surf the internet all day, indulging in your intellectual curiosity. But I think most people don't do that necessarily. They're distracted by the little bells and whistles that go along with that device and other devices, like games or checking out what your friend had for dinner last night or chit-chatting on a text. There's so many ways you can waste time, and a lot of it is simple procrastination, and a lot of it is simple lack of focus. And you have to be focused, and you have to keep the momentum going. It's fine to take a break once in a while, but when you say, I'm going to stop here and I'm going to play a couple moves on this Scrabble game on Facebook, then what you're doing is you're not only wasting time that's going to add up, you're breaking the whole flow of work. You're breaking up your whole focus on what you're doing. And believe me, I've been there myself. I've struggled with distractions based on, hey, maybe I have a lot of tedious tasks to do or whatever, and hey, I'm the boss. But monitoring your time in a very micro way is not such a bad thing. In fact, it's necessary. If you were on a job, you'd have a boss with half your IQ or whatever over your shoulder telling you what to do and making sure you're on point and making sure you get all of your work done. There's no difference except you're going to be the person doing that to yourself. It's hard, yes. There are tools out there to help you if you really have a problem. And those tools limit your social media time, their apps, and different programs. And I would hope that it doesn't come to that you have enough self-discipline to conquer this problem, if it is a problem. Now, how do you know it's a problem? I always say, and I'm borrowing this from someone else, I didn't come up with this phrase, that which can be measured can be improved upon. So do this for 3 days if you're an entrepreneur. Do this. Use your phone's timer or some other stopwatch feature and actually log how many hours you work per day. Let's say you're sitting down and you're concentrating on a task. Hit that timer, hit that stopwatch, and then let it run. And then if you have to take a bathroom break, hit that button and stop it. And whatever, if you want to take a Facebook break, do the same thing. You want to take a lunch break, just do it. And then at the end of the day, before you go to bed, because I know a lot of you, if you're like me, it can be 8:30 at night and you're answering customer questions or you're printing things up or you're getting ready for tomorrow. Before you go to bed, see how much time you spent and compare it to how many hours there are in a day. Write it down. Do that for 3 days. Take an average. And if you're working a lot less than what you think you should be working, and that's up to you. You have to figure out what your limits are and what your metrics are going to be. But if you're doing less than you think you are or you could be doing, then you might have a problem, as they say. So you might want to invoke those tools. I would hope that you wouldn't have to. Your own discipline, of course, is the best way to go. But you can start with asking yourself, what the heck are you doing? I mean, is that little argument on Facebook about whether or not you're on the correct side of the transgender bathroom issue. Is that really, really important enough to take a break from your business and write some big long response that may take you 15 minutes to do? You're building your empire. You're making a better future for yourself and for your family. A lot of these little things that are distractions are just not worth it. It's not worth it to get into an argument with somebody on Facebook, or to play never-ending games. Oh, I lost that one, I'm going to play another, whatever, and get sucked in. It's not worth it. You got to start with that. If you want to do this on your own, using your own discipline, you've got to say, hey, I got bigger fish to fry than to get sucked into, such and such a debate with a stranger in some site somewhere that you'll never meet and who's mean to you and dumb. No, forget about all that stuff. You got to focus on what you got to do. And what you're doing is building something great. And that is so much more important than all these other little distractions. Fine, we all need little diversion here and there. You can compartmentalize it in your day. Like, a lot of people do this. If you're on the self-discipline path, instead of using these apps and these programs, you say to yourself, I'm going to play games between 9 and 9:30 in the morning, and then before I go to bed between 9:30 and 10 at night, and that's it. And no games in between that. Or I'm going to surf Facebook only during lunch. Or, whatever. I'm going to respond to texts all at once at this designated time. And then you just do it at a certain time, and you get all the other stuff done that you need to do from your list from the day. You get it all done. And you don't have your workflow interrupted. You don't have all these little distractions and stuff going on. I call these little things time leaks, because time will leak away and you won't even know that it's gone. And then at the end of the day, you'll say, what the heck happened? And why didn't I get everything done that I needed to do? So keep on top of that stuff. Remember to be disciplined, focused. Keep that big prize in mind. Remember, I'm a big advocate for thinking long term. Build your empire. Build something for your kids and your family. Keep that all in mind, and let those distractions fall away. Thank you once again for watching, and until next time, remember to always work hard, and may all of your entrepreneurial dreams come true.